Hi guys, welcome back. Today we're doing the 5th episode of Point Prod of Fantastic Freddy's. This time covering Sister Location. Let's begin. So the first one is Hand Unit. He is just annoying. Also, there's 3 times where four times where he appears out of nowhere. Well, 4 things. There's 4. 2 of them already became memes. The first time where he appears, he calls the player Expanded. Yeah, kind of weird, isn't it? If you don't know, it gets more weirder than that. After that, he appears again and says they're collecting exotic butters. And then he appears very loudly inside a room where it's supposed to be quiet and still. You know, slow and steady. And then finally, he appears in the secret room right at the end of the game. With Ennard. Well, speaking of Ennard, he has the weirdest design of all time. I know to other people he's the creepiest animatronic of all, and I can excuse him for entering your room while you're watching the show called Boral and the Restless. What? Boral and the Restless? Is that supposed to be related to William and other characters? Or it's just a coincidence that they have a show called Mortal and the Restless? That's kind of weird. Anyways, my biggest problem, Funtime Freddy. What does he do? He constantly thinks that the player is a birthday boy. Birthday boy, come in! You're wheel, Funtime Freddy. You know what's worse? They wanna to put him in special delivery. Nice try, Mix. But here's the thing. Why would you want to add a character like Funtime Freddy? Okay, first of all, he constantly thinks you're the birthday boy. Second of all, he's one of those animatronics that doesn't jump scare by his own. He has his little Bonnie hen puppet with him. Third of all, he's acting weird around places and has the weirdest, most craziest dialogue of most animatronics. Fourth of all, you need to change almost the entirety of the character and fix what kind of things going on with Funtime Freddy. First of all, that is a long task. You have to have the weirdest mechanics ever. You might as well throw serious mechanics out of the window and go entirely weirdo mode. You want to put Funtime Freddy, just throw serious mechanics out of the window. And then there's Lolbit. I don't know what the idea of Lolbit is. It's, I don't know what it is, I don't know. Also, there's too many locations in this sister location. Don't believe me? There's the one who's surviving against Funtime Freddy. There's the one where you're Nick Dark surviving against Funtime Foxy. There's the one where you go to Bloor Gallery and survive against, you guessed it, Bloor. There's even a room where you watch the Mortal and the Restless. And of course, not forget, there's also a room where you get to electrocute the animatronics. Also, I don't like that. Also, there's the idea of there being two purple guys is a little too weird. Especially, it doesn't make sense. Also, this weird thing that Michael acting is staying alive because of a thing called Revenant. No. Get a life already. That's don't put that there. That doesn't really match its ratings. It's just some reason he's still alive after being out, I don't know, almost killed. It's this leave it alone. It just say there's no explanation of why he's still alive before the FNAF 6 fire. Or even long before the Fazbear Fright fire. Now, if you don't know, there is a confusing theory about the system location animatronics. Some people actually think they're programmed to kidnap and kill people. Well, not really. They don't look like they were programmed that way. Why would William Afton, after all people, program his machines to be dangerous? He would program his machines to be dangerous, you know, right after he became Springtrap or something. Also, the whole thing of William Afton was William Afton being a bad guy long before the game took place. And also, another thing they theorize wrong about Michael Afton. Now, this is coming from a book called Security Law Book. They saying that he's one of those characters that actually talks in that book. Well, not really. There's no characters talking in that book. It's just sequences that does weird stuff like, what is your name? What do you remember? Also leave that source alone. It doesn't help you have the source of the actual timeline or the lore in general. Just leave that alone. Another one is the fact that people theorized. May not know this, but people did not know what real. People did not know that we already see what happened with William Afton's wife in the show the mortal and restless in the game. They had William and his wife had an argument of who would take care of Michael Afton. And that she disappeared after they had that argument. Sure, the more and restless doesn't entirely explain what happened, but that's the only thing that happened. That's the only explanation of why she never appears in the games. Because she disappeared after they were having an argument of Michael Afton. Of him constantly saying the child isn't his. Him constantly saying to her, Michael isn't mine. And that's sort of weird, right? You think you would know they already explained what happened to her in the game when you watch The Mortal and the Restless. The only YouTuber that figured that out, what it happening in The Mortal and the Restless, is it's her name is Andy. She's a YouTuber and she actually find that out. If you don't watch her videos, you never know what is going on with this series. She's trying to help you guys, trying to figure out what is the right way to answer a question that never been answered in the series. Even compared to the previous installment. A video game series where you try to answer something that wasn't answered before. You know what? The Andy girl, the way she does with FNAF, a video game series where she tries to figure out what's the right way to figure out a question that never been answered before in the video game series. Just a robot that's the same thing with Sonic the Hedgehog. Like, what are the similarities between Dragon Ball Z and Sonic? You're already pointing out that Cell is a Dragon Ball Z version of Metal Sonic. Trunks is Silver. Oh, you never know that already? That's because you probably never watched his video. And spoiler for the video, by the way, I already watched it, you figure out that the Super Dragon Balls are almost like the Super Chaos Emeralds. You want to know what more similarities between Dragon Ball Z and Sonic? Watch his video! You do the insane thing of Five Nights at Freddy's. You practically are, guess what? Having to answer your way of a question that never been answered before. You do the insane thing as other people do with just a robot with Sonic the Hedgehog. No, seriously, I mean, it's a Sonic the Hedgehog theme, except it's a vegan series with animatronics. Come on, you should watch this. This like the people who look at Sonic the Hedgehog and want to find out what other similarities between it and Dragon Ball Z. You could watch Andy's video and try her correct way of explaining what the FNAF, what answer questions don't have answers to with the story. Guys, come on. Do you know how many times Andy has more correct way of explaining in this story than you guys? Many times, not as much, but many times. She did this afterwards. Of course, the next one is, of course, that now I have get this for a long time. A little bit, yes. Why? Because a little bit all he does is do distractions. Sure, he finally did have jump scare, but that wasn't help wanted. Scott should have had a jump scare in the first place. So, being in distraction of the player, if you had to type in LOL, a thing that means laugh out loud. I mean, it's called LOL bits. And you use to take out LOL bit by typing the thing that means laugh out loud. That's the only way it's used for. LOL. Come on. Laugh out loud, huh? And also, this. Oh, the thing about the security guard being fired for older in the game is no longer joke anymore. It's important if you pay close attention what your sister location take place. No. Don't go that way. That thing has stay ignored. First of all, sister location looks like it takes place after FNAF 1. Second of all, the older detail isn't proven enough that it's important to sister location. Because you have chosen the wrong game to prove that sister location is important to the series. Third of all, it's already been said before and needs to move away from something else. Fourth of all, the odor thing. Really realistic about it, we don't know where that came from. No, seriously, you don't have any idea where the odor incident came from. 5, it's a little weird if you really think about it, to have it be an example to why sister location will take place in between FNAF 1 and 2. Oh, 6, the final reason? I mean, come on. Those both security guards, you're not... Only one of them is disguised as Michael Afton. Oh, and 7th bonus reason. It's always had been a joke. Don't make it an example to how important sister location is to the series. Please, just ignore it now. Up until that game's released, you can't say. And also, notice he doesn't just say they security guards in the first 2 games. Just got fired by odor. It also says he got fired by tampering the animatronics. Plus, the end of the system location cutscene you get of the custom night. You know, when Michael Afton is walking along, only realize that he turning purple. I know when he's riding skins, he's supposed to be green, but I don't know, it's purple. We know now, purple seems like the easiest color Scott can get from the mega games of the series. Also, yeah, notice this. But the only time we see a human character in different color in 8-bit form is the Midnight Bonus minigame. That's it. That's all. Unless you want to count the security puppet minigame. So system location. The confusing part is when the phone guy says system location, they're saying that he's referring to the one in the game, but like a teaser says, there were never just one. And also, the next game after this one, this is coming out soon, but the next game after that one, actually that's not. Next game after that one finally fixes few of these problems, but hasn't solved it. No, that's a video for next time. Anyways, that was episode 5 of Pouring Up Problems by Let's Phase. Goodbye.